Hi everyone, welcome to Love Center. It's so weird getting to say that because never in a million years did I think I would be starting a church, and it is so the Lord and it's in the plan of God and the grace of God that He's enabled us to do this for such a time as this. We've put together a short informational video about what all Love Center has to offer. We want you to just sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Love Center is an apostolic center and network where people can come together and experience and encounter the real love of God, be filled with that love, and then take that love and release it into their spheres of influence, whether it be their work, job, society, college, wherever. Just taking that love, filling themselves up with it first, after encountering it, and then releasing that to as many people in need. So, the vision for Love Center came really, I think, in January of 2015? 2016. No, it's January 2016, right?
Yeah.
We were in
Texas,
that's right, with Brother Copeland. We were at Ministers Conference down there with him, and while basically we were just sitting there listening to somebody preach that afternoon, we were pretty tired. And while I'm sitting there, the Lord just talks to me and He says, 2 years. I keep hearing the words 2 years in my heart. 2 years. And I'm like, 2 years to what? And He reminded me of a prophetic word that someone had given me when I think we were at a house church meeting or something like that. And while we were there, someone had prophesied over me and told me that they saw me launching out on my own. I'd been going to their church, and they'd said, I see you launching out on your own to start your own ministry. And I see God saying that it would be in 2 years, right? Yeah. So basically, as I'm sitting there listening to somebody preach, I keep hearing 2 years. And when I asked the Lord, well, 2 years to what? He reminded me of that prophecy, and I'm like, I literally say, no. Anybody that knows me knows a pastor is the furthest thing that I ever wanted to be. I think anybody that's close to me knows I've never wanted to be a pastor. Never in a million years did I think God would want me to start a church. Even when I got that prophecy, you take some prophecies you don't like and you just put it on the back burner. And basically that's what I had done. And I just let it go, and I argued with God basically the whole way home because I just did not want to do it. So basically we come home from that meeting with Brother Copeland, and I'm in shock. We're driving home, I think. We flew home into D.C. for some reason, and we're driving home from D.C. And as we're driving home, I'll never forget, we were on 295 driving, and as I'm driving, I turned to Sean, and I'm like, dude, God spoke to me when we were in Texas, and He told me to start a church. And when I asked the Lord, I told Him no. And then I said, well, what do you want to call it? He said, I want you to call it Love Center. And I just was like, God, I can't do it. And I had all of these kind of preconceived notions of what I wanted the church to look like if I was going to say yes. And I didn't want to start out on my own or anything like that. But it was just weird. What did you feel when I told you what I felt like God had told me?
I just felt like, okay, cool, let's do it. I didn't feel to say no. I'm like, well, I feel like we jumped into everything. At least I have in my walk so far. I jumped into everything, so might as well jump in and start a church. It's not that I wanted to say no, but I knew you had to say yes.
Yeah, well, I did not feel that way. I wanted to say no for the longest time, and it really just took me almost a year to say yes to the Lord. And by the time that we did, we were being released from our church to start this great move that God was calling us to do, and to start pastoring and just leading people in what He wanted to be Love Center. So what is the mission of Love Center? Basically, it's our tagline: real God, real relationship, real people. Introduce people to a real breathing encounter and an experience with God that in turn producing a real, authentic relationship with Him as well as with others. And then in turn, you yourself become a real person. Reality is built on love. Reality is built on relationship. It's built on conversation. We don't exist apart from everything that's in the world. We exist because of relationship. And if the foundation of all relationship is founded upon that which is real, God,
Hi, my name is Siobhan, and I want to invite you to join me every month for Unite. Unite is a corporate prayer gathering where we come together and pray out God's will for our lives, individually and corporately. See you there.
Hi, my name is Trevor Larson, and I want to invite you to our monthly home Bible study called Life. During this time, we're going to develop deeper relationship with one another, a deeper relationship with God, and also enjoy some amazing food.
Hello, my name is John Brandon, and I want to invite you to join me in Serve. What is Serve? Well, I'm glad you asked. Serve is a leadership training program where we build people up spiritually and practically on how to serve others, how to fulfill the great commission that Jesus asked us to fulfill, bring people into the kingdom by showing them the true love of God, by serving them.
Hi, my name is Amber Larson, and I'm so very excited to invite you to Encounter. Encounter is our once a month Saturday worship service from 6 to 8 p.m. This is where we get rocked by God. We fall down in His presence, we sing, we dance, we have guest worship leaders, guest speakers. This is the opportunity to create real relationship in His presence. This is where you're going to see miracles, you're going to see healings, you're going to hear prophecy, you're going to be in the real movement of God. This is where we're going to go to get full so that we can spread it out throughout the world the rest of the week. We want to invite everybody of every age, families, young adults, young children. We invite everybody to come in and join in this movement. This is close encounters of the real kind. Real God, real relationship, real people. That's what it's all about. Don't miss it.
So you might be asking yourself, what is the future of Love Center? Well, I'm glad you asked. Love Center is going to be a multiple campus church. We plan on raising up a location in Washington, D.C., in Baltimore, as well as in Florida, Texas, and California. We will also be raising up a media ministry as well as a television ministry where we are going to reach and broadcast all throughout the world the saving gospel of Jesus, as well as some cool and interesting things that you can take part in. We will be also raising up discipleship homes where people can come and learn about the love of Jesus, then take that love and express it in various forms of influences through jobs and colleges and meeting places where people can encounter the love of God that's inside of every individual that's a part of our discipleship program. Many people ask me, Joseph, what's going to happen to your itinerant ministry? Well, I promise you, it is not slowing down. I asked the Lord, and He showed me that the vision of Love Center aligns with the vision of Joseph Harris Ministries. So we are going to be doing both. We're going to be going out to many different nations next year, and we are going to infiltrate them with this same love that we will be encountering right here at Love Center. So missions and outreach will not stop. It will only continue to grow. So all of this is good news, right? But I'm telling you, the greatest news is God's put it on our hearts to declare that Love Center, out of Love Center, is going to come an awakening, a revival, and the last greatest outpouring of the Spirit of God that this world has ever seen. You mark my words, God's Spirit is not only in this place, but out of this place, His Spirit will go and flow throughout every nation, tribe, and tongue as we encounter the beginning of the fullness of what God wants us to experience in these last days.